But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks chill.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're winning the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
A three from MP, and again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside Gordon. For three, Murray. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Hey, when Gordon is knocking down shots off the catch, it just opens up his entire game.
A three from MP. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
Got it up. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
These are return seconds to set the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum line. The measuring of the sun.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Denver Nuggets.
Can't stop anybody, you can't win. It's just that simple.
Yeah, the game's been completely one-sided, and we promised our viewers a good contest. And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. For the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Minnesota leading by 14. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's MP in at the points. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And here's Gordon. Following the three-pointer by MP. Murray, good.
Murray using the mid-range, an effective shot for a good penetrator like Jamal. He's a natural scorer.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
And here is Murray. Following the three-pointer by MP, Edwards brings the double team. Murray kicks to Watson. The three-pointer, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference.
Connects again from distance.
Another another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Kevin, back to you.
Hasn't bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
MP way out. Good. Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone and 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Free throw good, Murray. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, I'm told the Nuggets were excited to add veteran center Jonas Valanciunas. They really struggled last season to craft effective lineups. Nikola Jokic was out of the game. In JV, they have a capable scorer and playmaker who can steady the reserves.
He is a big factor. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And here's Gordon, following the three-pointer by MP. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. MP's got 53.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Watson. Hasn't made one yet. Murray, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
A 3 from MP. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Lob pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Randall. And here they come. MP from deep three-point land. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. On the wing, Hardaway. Pass to Jokic. Back to Hardaway. Murray surveying the D. Takes the 3. And rebounded by McDaniel.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Out to Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for the Nuggets. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So both teams making some changes here. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. 5th, the Timberwolves.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them.
He's checked in for Minnesota. MP comes in for Michael Conley. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
So on the floor for Denver. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Watson in at the 3, the small forward.
The defense has to understand the scouting report on MP. He can make you pay from deep.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws?
And another one falls. Amazing.
And another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He is one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. In fact, I don't think you can make an argument against that.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's and again for three.
And the threes just keep on coming. Another shot and another make.
He's starting to creep up that list now for most three-pointers in a game. We'll see if he can keep going.
When Jokic is rolling like this, it's a beautiful thing to watch, and there's not a lot the defense can do. And Joker, as a matchup, is a nightmare.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
Murray, good.
Well, you don't like to see Murray get on this kind of a roll if you're defending him now, because he's creative, and once he gets going, it's hard to slow him down.
Good, another from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
For three, connects again from distance.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Some things never get old. Watching someone score 70 is one of them. What are you seeing differently on a night like this versus a night you score 20?
I'm seeing the code behind the matrix, Dominic. I'm not reacting to reality, I'm making it. Bending it to my will, there's nothing I'm not seeing.
Okay, thanks, MP. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, Dominic, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan.
'60 is serious business, MP. I know you tired, because I for sure was. Congrats.
forget about our next fair giveaway day, where all attendees will receive a Crunch mascot tote bag. Come to the game, bring the family, and get the Crunch mascot tote bag. And coming up is Timberwolves Towel Day. Come on to the game and meet your very own Timberwolves Towel. Be the sixth man and wave your towel to rally your Minnesota Timberwolves into a win.
Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And we check out the power rankings with plenty of time left in the season. So much could be different by the end of the year. Taking a look at Sacramento, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for Minnesota, they have started this season on the right foot, securing the top spot with their high-level play. Now, the question is, can they hold on to this ranking?
So let's take a look at the Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. LeBron James out there with Marcus Smart, and it's Ayton in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Anthony Edwards out there with MP, and it's Reed in at the 5 spot. And we're only a few games in, but already some surprises to this season, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. On the positive side, a couple teams have come together quicker than anticipated, and they are outperforming early expectations.
MP shot is off. Doncic passes to Reeves. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
A deep 3 from MP. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. From deep, MP. Another miss by Minnesota. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. From deep, here's Doncic. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Here's Freeman, following the score by the Lakers. Counted from distance.
Well, it wasn't a pretty start for him, but now he's got a bucket to build on.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. From deep, here's Doncic. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Randall. MP's got 6.
Testing the limits of his range. MP with the absolute missile.
James outside. On the wing, Reeves. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And here's MP from outside. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Oh, excellent hustle by MP. He deserved to be rewarded with the bucket for his effort.
Here's Doncic. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
MP way outside. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Luka Doncic talked about wearing purple and gold. He said it's the Lakers. So many past legends, so many championships. You don't come here for anything else. So I have everything.
Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in. For Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu, and MP subbed in for DiVincenzo. Marcus Smart's checked in for the Lakers. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Naz Reid, and it's MP in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Takes a 3, the long-range hit from MP.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 6-point game. Over MP. Doncic, good. Doncic has got 12.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Lakers trail by 6. Pass to Doncic. To Hachimura. Here's the 3. McDaniels with the rebound.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
A deep 3 from MP. And another 3 from Minnesota.
We talk about MP's confidence a lot. There he showed it, pulling up off the dribble and nailing the shot.
The shot by James, no good. MP way outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Hachimura outside. James outside. Back to Hachimura to end the run. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. Hachimura's got 8 here in this quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
From deep, here's Doncic. Minnesota with a rebound. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And so it's Minnesota up 14 as we wrap up the quarter, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
These are return touches from the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Give me your beat. They're taking up on the side.
When you have this many boards, you have many more opportunities to score, and they're taking advantage.
Yep, turning lemons into lemonade.
I'm thirsty.
Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries.
Portland without their full squad. They have to pick up a lot of slack with Holiday out. Not only is he a first-class defender, he's strong, outworks everyone, and he's a great shooter.
Yeah, his leadership, his grit, sorely missed. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Minnesota leading by 14. And now we go courtside for a story on Ayo Dosunmu. What's the situation, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer from Minnesota provided some information. Sadly, he confirmed that it's a severe injury. It looks like a badly torn Achilles tendon. So this team is starting the year off with some tough news. But if there's a silver lining, it's a long season, so they have plenty of time to make the necessary adjustments.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Yeah, it's always good to get a little bit more clarity on that situation.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. Luka and Reeves are the 1 and the 2. Marcus Smart out there with LeBron James. And it's Ayton in at the 5.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Gotta love the aggressiveness. Ayton is locked in.
Minnesota's gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. From deep, MP. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Doncic against MP. Oh, MP with a block. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. It's good.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Pass to James. Shoots over Randall. The shot by James, no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
Did you see where he shot that from?
How about that?
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Count it. MP's got 47 points.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. We've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys, but this is where things are headed.
Big moves. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Lakers coach J.J. Redick has brought an attention to detail to this team. Austin Reeves said, quote, set that foundation of doing stuff the right way, and if we do that, we could be a really good team. Redick said it's important to always emphasize the things that you want. That hopefully becomes part of your identity. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And the basket by Freeman.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Doncic, and the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, just slick there on the interior. Doncic draws the whistle.
Well, one of the many things that's impressive about Luka Doncic, he double clutches so well.
Right, and he even absorbs contact in the air, and somehow, some way, still has a very high field goal percentage. Luka, his game defies logic. Maybe Luka's logic.
That's good from Doncic. And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down. That's Luka Doncic, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Shannon's checked in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Edwards.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. From deep, here's Doncic. Sinks the tray. Doncic has got 21.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
MP with it. Another one goes. Incredible. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
The BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Pass to Hachimura. Now, here is James. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And again for 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
MP against Doncic. Launches a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
On the wing, MP, guarded by Doncic. MP shot is off.
Technical foul. MP. Second personal foul. Second team foul. 2 shots. Bernard.
And he knocks down the first one. The Lakers making a switch here. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Ingles comes in for Highland. Freeman comes in for Mike Conley. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. He got it again! Sensational!
And his tear continues. We've never seen this before.
He now has the record for the most 60-plus point games in a row. James passes to Smart. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. From deep, MP. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Reeves has got 4 rebounds in the game. Smart passes to James.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
MP way outside. Oh, connects again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pass to Ayton. And his Doncic outside. And the three-pointer goes. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year. Good! Another from 3.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game. There's the 3. And again for 3.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Smart outside. Ayton with a screen. looking to end the run. The shot by James, no good. And Minnesota with possession here. Freeman misses. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Reeves outside. No good that time. MP against Reeves. From deep, MP connects again from distance.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, let's send it over courtside to Dominic Hamill.
60 plus in the win for you, MP. Was I seeing things, or did you leave a few points on the board out there? It felt like you could have hit 70 if you wanted.
Man, what? It started to feel a little unfair tonight, to be honest with you. I mean, how many times can you dunk on your little brother in the driveway before you start feeling bad? And that's what I felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not making any friends with a statement like that, MP.
I'm not trying to. Hey, listen, this is a grown-up league. If you can't take a little trash talk, you're in the wrong business.
Words of wisdom. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.
For MP is tough. You're gonna luck your way into that.
watching